You have my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
Claire, I'm not standing here asking you to marry me. I'm just asking you not to marry him.
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
We're fighting an army of robots. And I have a bow and arrow.
It's Hard-Headed Sports with Spinny and Fetty Bus. Famous for their podcasts, you can now catch them right here on The Al Travis Show.
We're lucky to have him. He's Spinny from Hard-Headed Sports on the program. But this is Spin. How are you doing today?
I am wonderful, Al. You?
Good. I can't complain. A lot of stuff to talk about in the sports world today. I'd love to get your opinion on it. We'll get to the Wolves and the Twins in a second. Jokic came out yesterday with his 33rd triple-double the day after they fired their head coach. Your thoughts on the firing of, what was his name, Mike Malone?
Yeah, I was perplexed, Al. I was like, what the heck is going on? And trying to figure it out. And then in the last couple of days, there's been kind of a lot to come out. Seems like Calvin Booth, their GM, who they also fired, and Michael Malone, seems like they haven't said words to each other in almost a year.
Wow.
So it was exceedingly toxic there. Malone was trying to win, playing more veterans. Booth wanted him to play the younger guys, and it was kind of just a like Malone's guys versus Booth guys kind of situation. And the owner felt like it was toxic enough that there was no chance they were going to win in the playoffs. So he thought by firing both of them here, there might be a chance to save their playoff run.
And where are you on that? Where you're talking in a very tight Western Conference, a team that went to the finals here 2 years ago, won. They're sitting one game out of third place. Do you think this resets a team, or is this the death knell for this team? Now they won last night, but you get my point. I mean, this upsetting the apple cart from the top down with literally they have 2 games to play.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a death note right away, Al.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my initial opinion. So for their owner to come out and say it was that bad that I felt like I had to take this giant, huge risk is basically what he said. He's like, I felt like there was no chance we were winning with the culture and what we were going with. So he's like, I was going to fire them both at the end of the year anyway. So I figured why not risk it now and hope that it sparks them and makes it work. So I don't know. That's
so weird because, again, they don't talk for a year. Where have you been for a year? Manager, step in, get something figured out, who's right or wrong, you move it. Because even at this, now if they fall out, right, if they lose, it's going to be because you fired the coach literally before the session, the playoffs start. He'll take all the blame. Now, I presume if they go on some sort of flip and run, which I don't think is happening maybe this saves him. This is crazy. You don't see that with a team in third place or fourth place in the West. Let's talk the other side of that. Did you happen to see Luka coming home playing with the Lakers playing at Mavs in Texas?
Yes, that Luka, that was a cool game. I mean, I was actually impressed after all the stuff that happened, how like nice and good the Mavs tribute to him was. I thought like all the T-shirts and stuff they did for him was cool, and you could tell like he was trying not to cry in pregame and all that, and then comes out and just absolutely dominates. So it was a cool game to watch.
He scored 45 points, had a great game and a big win. But here's what I'm Mr. Negatromber. The fans wanted him to stay. Obviously, the organization loved the guy. You saw the 3-minute video presentation for the guy.
Yep.
I believe this was an NBA thing. The more and more I look at it, they got nothing for him. The Mavericks are irrelevant now, and they did that for what? They didn't get picks. They didn't get anything. That was the worst trade, except for the Herschel Walker trade, in my lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't a good trade from that perspective. But my thing is, I don't think it's a conspiracy. I mean, I just think Nico Harrison is not necessarily valuing the right things. I mean, he said it when he traded Luka. He wanted a defender. He wanted somebody who he thought was going to really try. And there was obviously issues between him and Luka, or the coaching staff and Luka, and what they were getting out of him, coming in overweight and all that stuff. I mean, to me, that stuff's excuses, and it's baloney. But it seems, though, that he really believed that Anthony Davis and Kyrie going forward is going to be better for winning quickly than having Luka. And he said, he's like, I'm going to be fired in 3 years anyway, even if we win. So why do I care about the future? So that it just seems like that's his mindset. He's trying to win right now, and he thought that trade was the best opportunity to help him do that.
Do you think he's just
that is?
Yeah. Do you think Luka is just some sort of weird freak when it comes to his mind and how he plays? What I mean by that, he is not in great shape. He's in Luka shape. And yet he's the best player in basketball. We can argue, but one of the best players in basketball. The idea that he comes in out of shape, he's out of shape after 82 straight ball games. This is this guy's body. He does everything with it. He's still one of the best basketball players. Watch out. Kids might catch on and say little punch balls like Al might be able to play basketball.
Yeah, I mean, but it doesn't, like, I 100% agree with you. Like, he's not in the best shape, and he's not the most athletic, and man can't defend a lick. But
he's best player.
Yes, I mean, like, Jokic doesn't defend either. Jokic is not the premier in shape looking guy of all time either. We're in the era of the NBA now where that's okay. You can be, and the thing, Luka averages 33 points a game in his playoff career. Like, what? Like, literally more than Michael Jordan. Like, I don't understand what else you want.
Exactly. And Jokic, like 33 triple doubles this year. You flipping kidding me? Gee, many Christmas.
Build your team around their weaknesses. Get some good wing defenders, put them around Luka, 3-and-D guys, and he will take you wherever you want to go. Yeah, he can't defend. He's a little out of shape, but everything else that he brings outweighs that by 1,000.
Absolutely. Okay, let's talk about Minnesota Timberwolves quickly. I can't. I don't want to get on this bandwagon and be hurt. I have been saying I think the team itself, the people on here, the talent is there. Mentally, they're nuts. They're certifiable. They go in our last ball game, and that was against who? The Bucks. I said straight up, we could lose to the Bucks. You lose to the Bucks, you're not probably hanging your head down. But when you lose to the Bucks, when you're up 24 points with 10 minutes to play, you quit. You certifiably stop playing. They're up by 24. They lost by 7. 31-point swing in 10 minutes? What's wrong with this squad, buddy? And you can't jump on this bandwagon. There's just no way.
No, I mean, that was a bad one. My little Wolves group chat after, somebody in it says, why are the Wolves so consistently unserious? And I think that is the best way I've heard it put. Shout out, George. That's just what they are. We are consistently unserious. We get up and it's like, meh, and it's frustrating too when these games matter an unbelievable amount. We are now,
and we're gonna talk about that.
We're one game back of everybody else, and we play Memphis. We have a shot. That's a great. We need that win, but it's like we just needed to win that game, keep that 20-point lead, and we'd be on the same page as everybody else. And now we're behind one game with only 2 games left for most people, which is huge.
See, but you look at that as this is just one game. Can I throw out losing to who was it?
Al. I knew you were going to do that.
I got it.
Can I throw out game in October or November 14th that we lost?
We lost 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we lost to the Pelicans, right?
Yep.
The Pelicans. The day before, 2 games before that, we lost to the Pacers. You can lose to the Pacers, but the Pacers had their 4 starters sitting. Another game we should have won, we lost by 2 points. I'm not saying you changed the entire season. You changed those 2 outcomes, and now you're in 3rd place in the division. If you change that in the game yesterday when you have a 25-point lead and you just stop playing basketball, I've named 3 things in the last 2 weeks, and it's not hard things, beating the Pelicans, and guess what? Now you're in 3rd place in the division.
Yeah,
it's not wanting to win.
Now you're the 8th seed, and you gotta.
I don't think we want to get You don't want to get in a play-in series, then have to take Oklahoma City on in the first round, do you?
Oklahoma City at this point is who you really don't want. I mean, I don't want the Lakers either, but the way Denver's looking, I want them.
Yeah.
I want them all day. I want LA, I want the Clippers all day. I want Memphis all day. And even Houston's been on a roll lately. Got to give them credit.
Yeah.
I still want them, given their little playoff experience. So it's basically like I don't want OKC and I don't want LA.
Okay, and I can see that. Okay, 19 and a half games out. We've got 3 to play. Most of these other teams have 2. We play Memphis. It is the biggest game of the season for us, right?
Yes. 100%.
Okay, and then we have 2-0 games at the end, and you better not lay an egg on either one of those because everybody ahead of us has only got 2 games to play, and they're all playing each other. They're going nowhere. That mix will just go up and down. We have an opportunity. 3 games. We could win all 3, but I'm telling you, we lose 2 out of 3 as well.
Yeah, we got to win all 3. Or like the 8th seed is worst case scenario. Because listen, I mean, Denver and Sacramento are locked in at the 9-10. Like,
yep.
I don't see either of those teams beating any of the teams in the top 8. It's kind of one of those years, in my opinion. But you got to get 7 or you got to get 6. Like, sticking at 8 and having to rock OKC right away in the first round is literal worst case scenario.
And what kills me, and I'm not trying to call for Finch's head, but you see this team doing this over and over again, and they fired the Denver Nuggets coach, who's 5 spots ahead of us in the standings. I don't know how you make it as
a championship 2
years
ago.
That's what I'm saying.
3.
It isn't safe to be a head coach, is all I'm saying. I don't care what you're doing. That's crazy.
So,
we got to go. Oh, go ahead.
Before we go to break, I just wanted to give you this real quick crazy stat. So since in the last 10 years, so since the 2016 playoffs, every coach that has been coaching in the NBA Finals, so not just the winning team, every coach that's coached in the NBA Finals, except for Steve Kerr and Eric Spoelstra, has been fired. Every single one.
That's just crazy. See,
that's crazy.
That is crazy. We'll be back after this. We'll talk some Minnesota Twins. You want to talk crazy? We'll talk to them next.
All the special interests are represented in St. Paul. But who speaks for you? Center of the American Experiment does. Our policy fellows dig into the tough issues that matter to you and offer common sense solutions on education, taxes, crime, and energy. American Experiment is the trusted, nonpartisan voice of Minnesotans like you. We are working every day to make Minnesota a better, safer, more prosperous place. We are American Experiment. Go to americanexperiment.org to learn more.
There are many ways to explore Alexandria. Some like to experience the outdoors and all the fun winter in Minnesota can provide. Pick your favorite way to get in touch with nature. Others like to explore downtown in the warm comfort of a boutique or gathered around a table with friends. You can do all of that or relax and do nothing at all. Come explore Alexandria. Start planning at explorealex.com.
Al Travis Show, the last place you can go and hear all sides. Respectful, thoughtful, and grateful.
I've got him, Spinny from Hard Headed Sports. Spinny, I will be honest with you, here's my problem with most of my sports teams in Minnesota. I am born to be a homer. You look at the life I've lived with the Minnesota Vikings, right? But they always give me a shot. There's something there. We might fold at the very end, but we're like 14-win season last year. Didn't get us somewhere. But I want to be a homer. I can't do it with the Wolves. It's just hard for me to have a team that has it wrapped up and walks away from a game like last week. It's hard to watch. I don't know what to do with the Minnesota Twins. Sometimes you look at them yesterday, 4-0, right? 4-0 over the Royals. Great pitching. Got the hits we needed. It was a fun ball game. But the game before, really fun ball game. Bottom of the 8th inning, it's tied 1-1. I'm invested in my squad, and a ball gets hit back to the pitcher. He's so jazzed up, he overthrows first base by so far. The kid not only gets first, he got the third base. It looked like, and I don't know if you know my kid when he was playing Little League Baseball, it looked like them in 6th grade. It was crazy. And you give up a game. I don't want to play like that. It's too hard.
Well, Al, you should find another state then, me bucko, because that is pretty much how every single team in our state plays the sports that they play. I don't
Why?
know what else you want. I don't know. I don't know why, but that's
and again,
Twins are going to be inconsistent this year. I mean, we kind of knew going in. The bullpen was good, but the starting pitching has just been up and down, and the bats haven't come alive yet, which has been the issue for the entire last about 18 months. So,
well, yeah, that was okay. Let's talk that through if we can for a quick moment. We're in the easiest division in all of baseball, right? 100%. The Central. Okay, so this is one you can take just being 500 balls. So let's say we're inconsistent. We should be there. We're in 4th place. We're already 3 games out after 12. And I don't see anything turning this bad boy around. And your thoughts on the torpedo bat? Do you give a crap? There's no bat technology here. There's a reshaping. I don't care. How about it's just New York and they know how to use a bat and they hit home runs?
Yeah, I mean, New York's just got a bunch of home runner strikeout guys and a short left field fence. So, I mean, that's a right field fence. So that's part of it. But no, I don't think the torpedo bats change anything, and it's going to be hard to make a comeback. Like the Twins have to be more consistent throughout all of it. The starting pitchers have to get 5 innings on that consistent basis, or we're going to not really have a shot. Yeah. Even with this extended bullpen, we're going to use them up right away. And hitting wise, our lineup's not good right now. It's not. Nobody's scary. Our 4-hitter is a vet minimum free agent signing. Like, that's not good.
Not good. We started with the DH in the one spot yesterday, and Buxton. Isn't he our guy? Isn't Buxton the home bot? He sat yesterday. I mean, they're trying to shake this lineup up, but to what? I mean, let's put 8, 9, and 10 at 1, 2, 3 for funsies.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think it's just trying to shake something up and hope it sticks. And obviously, they're going to be super careful with Buxton, like exceedingly careful, and trying to get him to play, 120, 130 games. So we're going to see a lot of Buxton resting, I fear.
You're looking at a team that is not, as a team, hitting 200%.
Yes.
You don't take the bat out of the lineup. Put him in a DH. You got to have somebody hit the ball. You got to.
I mean, what are we hitting as a team right now? Like
199 last I looked.
Like, okay. What do you think? Oh, we got over the 200 mark in the game last night. We're hitting 201.
Oh, well, okay. Wow. I take everything I said back then. I take it back. It's not. Spin, I got to fly. I'm out of time. How does somebody pick up Hard Headed Sports? I love having you on.
Yeah, Hard Headed Sports, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Check us out there. And also check out the Al Travis Show on YouTube.
Chanhassen Dinner Theater brings you its most popular show of all time.